All right. Louisville, Winnebago getting started here. As they get going in game one. And now we've got Stanton and Syracuse going on your right. Space Loser, 700 damage out the gate. Pretty decent start there. Golden Knight to soak the Ice Spirit damage out the gate. Haven't seen a lot of champions get used in this division so far. I think we've seen Golden Knight once before, probably from Rage, and then Archer Queen in this last set. Just better with their Dark Prince deck right now. Rage with Golden Knight sevens. Space Loser leading with their version of Log Bait. International P, Cannon Cart, Giant Skeleton. Just better with a Royal Giant Mother Witch coming down that right lane. Big early push here in single elixir. Royal Giant's going to get one or two shots. Fireball cleans up as well. Good solid defense there from Just Better. Space Loser getting a lot of value out of that Goblin Barrel on the right side though. Log comes down. Princess still gets a shot on the tower. Golden Knight will take out that Goblin Barrel, but not before it gets a little bit of damage there. Musketeer gets a shot on the right tower as well. Skeleton's coming down just a second too late. Cannon Cart will stop that Dark Goblin. Cannon Cart goes down on the bridge. Will be able to support the Giant Skeleton just a little bit, but that is more than enough to stop that Skeleton from making it across the bridge. Death damage will clean up the rest of that push, and Barry cleans up the Goblin Barrel very nicely. Right screen, Rage. With a nice damage advantage there in the right tower. 1956 to Just Better's 25. Both games currently in double elixir. A lot going on at the bridge there in that left game. Finally, as the smoke clears, Musketeer just barely doesn't get a shot on that right tower. Space Loser's got that right tower down to 260. No big spells. It's not a guaranteed win yet, but International P with no real answer for that Goblin Barrel. It's going to be an interesting, it's going to be a big ask. The Goblin Barrel at the back, oh, and the Dark Goblin connects. But that Goblin Barrel at the back, interesting choice there, as the Bomber does get it all in one shot, but the Dark Goblin does clean it up nicely, and that is game one there for that side. Space Loser taking that one for Winnebago. Your right screen, Rage up on damage right there. Syracuse looking to take out at least a game on the #1 seed. There's the Golden Knight dash, the zap. Oh, it's still going to get dash damage. Man, that Golden Knight. Mother Witch focused on the Dark Prince. Goblins are going to get a couple shots there as we hit triple elixir in this right game. Royal Giant's getting close. There's a fireball on the tower. Royal Giant just in range of the tower, and that will do it. Rage takes game one. Left side of your screen, we've got Space Loser rocking Bowler Graveyard versus International P's Lumberjack, Sparky, probably some other shenanigans going on here. I believe this is the pile of legendaries that we saw in the last series he played. Firecracker will trade with a Magic Archer there. International with a small damage advantage. Valkyrie will stop most of this push. Oh, Bandit's still going to get dash damage. And that was a lot of damage. Space Loser was not ready for that. Right tower down to 11-21 there. International P with a big advantage already. Rage with Dark Prince Lumberjack. International P might have been trying to go for King Tower activation there, but is not going to get it off of the Electric Spirit. Bowler will stop that Knight in its tracks, and he cycles Ice Spirit opposite lane, jukes the Magic Archer shot. There's Royal Giant at the bridge. Royal Giant, definitely a favored win condition. One of the better cards in the game right now, and it seems that all of these players recognize that. The offensive freeze there from Rage, going to clean up nicely. But the Knight will fend off just long enough for the tower to clean up the Baby Dragon. 42 damage left on the tower for International P, 17 seconds left. We might end up seeing freeze cycling if they can't find a way to connect to the tower. Magic Archer doesn't have the angle yet. Skarmy to defend Graveyard. And with no spell to follow up, will defend nicely, but the Baby Dragon's going to connect. Lumberjack Bandit making their way to the tower. There's Firecracker as well in defense. Rage does not connect to the tower, still sitting there with 42 health. The freeze takes it down to 7. Space Loser has one more cycle of cards to try to make something work here. Graveyard comes down. Baby Dragon on tower. 6:59 left. Bandit on defense. Bowler connects. 371. There's the Fireball. 164. Bowler gets recycled. And the Graveyard takes it out. Space Loser clutches up with 7 HP on the tower. And that'll do it. That's game 2 for Space Loser. What a ending to that game. Holy cow. Right side of your screen, we've got Balloon coming in with a Rage. Not going to connect the tower. Will get the bomb damage. Just better. Still up on a little bit of damage. Double Bowler coming in. Inferno Tower connecting. Minute 40 left in overtime. Still plenty of time for Rage to pull this out. But Inferno Tower is going to be quite the ask to get through with Balloon. Inferno Tower goes down, but the Balloon is not going to get the tower. Might get bomb damage with a Royal Giant as well on its way. Balloon is going to get death damage. Royal Giant connects. There's one shot. There's two. 2 shots from that Royal Giant. Big push there. Giant Snowball will slow down the push from just better. There comes the second Royal Giant. Balloon down right at the bridge. Inferno Tower early for just better. Not even going to use the freeze there. It goes down so fast. I Eat Pizza on your left screen using Eat Giant going up against P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. $20 seconds left in overtime on your right screen. Just better still have quite a bit of damage. Rage looking for anything to sneak through. Log to slow down. Balloon coming out. Just not going to make it all the way. And that is going to do it. Just better takes game 2. And just better finds himself in a game 3 situation. And Rage looking to take a series off of Take the first series off of Stanton. Left screen there, IE Pizza's E-Giant is going to connect the tower, but now he's got quite the big push to deal with coming the other way. The freeze guards will do a decent amount. Magic Archer gets an angle, gets one shot off on the tower. Fireball not going to connect with the Firecracker, but Magic Archer's locked on. Tower down for Eugene, up one. Just needs to play defense now. There's Pekka against E-Giant. E-Giant opposite lane. IE Pizza looking for anything right now. IE Pizza going full offensive, letting the E-Giant go. Forcing IE Pizza to play defense. That E-Giant might take a tower on its own, but not in 8 seconds. And out of time, Eugene takes game one. Right side of your screen, we've got Tombstones and Ice Wizards around, and both players with poison as well. Sort of a semi-mirror matchup. We'll see how this one goes. I Eat Pizza playing Speedy Barrel, or Speedy Balloon. See if we see some shenanigans from him. E-Giant right at the bridge coming straight in. Does I Eat Pizza have a building for that? Doesn't look like it. Poison will slow it down. And Mini Pekka will clean up decently well, but not before that E-Giant gets a decent amount of damage onto that right tower. I Eat Pizza might not have a building for that E-Giant, which could cause some problems for him. We see a Skeleton King from Just Better. It's the third champion we've seen for this division. Just Better up on damage. Still anybody's game there. I Eat Pizza on the left side, going in with Speedy Balloon. Eugene, no response there. And that could just be tower. Wow, the Speedy Balloon catches Eugene off guard and takes that left tower. I Eat Pizza with a all or nothing play there. Right side of your screen, Just Better going in with Skeleton King Graveyard. Rage defending nicely. Tower down to 1,500. Rage also playing Graveyard on the left side. So Graveyard Poison Mirror match. Interesting way to play a game 3 here. Lots of damage there from that push from Rage. Just Better's tower down to 717. And left side of your screen, I Eat Pizza just playing defense for the last 13 seconds. Forcing what should be a game 3. In that Winnebago Louisville matchup. Right side of your screen, big push coming in on the left tower for Rage. That Poison Graveyard putting in work. Down to 435 there. Tornado pulls back. Skeleton King activation gets off at the bridge. Graveyard coming in on the tower. Rage defensive poison. Just Better offensive poison. Tower down to 455. Pretty even here. Damage race here. 7 seconds left. Rage up by 18. Down comes the poison. And down goes the tower. Rage takes game 3. And Syracuse takes a series off of Stanton. What a close series that one. Lots of hype moments there. Really interesting game that one. Left side, we've got Eugene playing Skeleton King, Giant Skeleton Graveyard. Versus I Eat Pizza's probably Logbait. Ice Wizard to defend the Goblin Barrel. Still going to get a little bit of damage there. I Eat Pizza up on damage on that left tower. Double elixir push. Big graveyard there on the right side. Down to 1281. Eugene with the damage advantage. 30 seconds left. Giant Skeleton King push on the left lane. Freeze onto the Inferno Tower. Giant Skeleton gets really close to the tower. That's going to be bomb damage. Down to 1800. Graveyard on the opposite lane. Goblin Gang will defend. Couple shots there from some skeletons. Eugene up a big amount of damage right now. Getting back into this game on the right side as well for Stanton and Syracuse. Running to double electric. Jacob playing X-Bell. Looks like he got a lock earlier in the game. Big push on our left screen though. Graveyard connecting yet again. 453 on that right tower. Skeleton King ability dropping in the bridge. Not going to do as much. Eugene just got a lock on this game. I Eat Pizza having to play too much defense, not able to cycle Rocket enough to deal too much damage. Eugene opposite lane push. Freeze onto the tower. Big connection there from the graveyard. Gets that tower down to 887. Right side of your scene, we see towers trade. Tough spot for Expo here, as they're going to need to get another tower, but they can't place it safely. See if Jacob can pull this one out, or 14's going to have a stranglehold on that game. I Eat Pizza. Still playing on the back foot. Trying to make some kind of push happen. There's a freeze on Inferno Tower. Graveyard under the left tower. Freeze is gone, so Skeleton Gang's a safe option. Goblin Gang's a safe option. Rocket on the tower. Still 2 rockets away, but no big spells for Eugene. If Pizza can defend this graveyard, there's graveyard. The freeze onto the Goblin Gang. The log comes late. Rocket's not going to come down, and that is going to be damage. And Eugene is going to take it on damage. And that'll do it. Really close game 3 there again. Couple good game 3s in this set. Super exciting about that. So we move on to our next game for that Louisville Winnebago match. Right side of your screen, Damage has held pretty steady this whole time. Solid defense playing for both players. Jacob not able to find a time to get an Expo lock. And down goes tower. Big last push there. 14 taking game 1. So Jacob's Expo trick is no longer an option. We'll see what they bring into this next game. There's Wallbreaker's split. Could this be Wallbreaker's minor? Or is it something else entirely? Kitten's playing their Battle Healer deck. See how Rondo can defend the Battle Healer, E-Barms, Elixir Golem pushes. 14 playing Mini P.E.K.K.A. Executioner. Got a couple decent answers for minor wall breaks. Electro Spirit will clean up the bats nicely. Has to use the Tesla to kite over the wall breakers though. Utilizes it nicely to help clean up the Mega Knight as well. Bandit at the bridge for Jacob, defended by Executioner. Probably a little bit further up than 14 would have liked to play that, but made it work. Left side, Kitten's trying to develop a push. Battle Healer gets out in front, and the Dark Goblin cleans it up nicely. Phoenix bomb damage actually boops the Valkyrie back into the Firecracker. Gets a shot off from that. Log able to clean up nicely. Dark Goblin gonna have to use arrows on that to prevent the damage. Rondo still up by about 300 damage. Left side of your screen, Bandit is gonna dash onto that left tower. Just barely didn't take a wall breaker damage as well. That's a lot of damage from that Bandit. Down to 1,000 on the left tower. Jacob with a big advantage here. Left side, Kitten's looking to slow play this. Miner comes down. Actually going to help slow down that push a little bit as well. Keep the Battle Healer back for just a little bit longer as Kittens get some more Elixir in the tank. Right side of your screen, Royal Giant has connected onto the tower. That is 1, 2, maybe 3 shots from that Royal Giant. Big damage there from 14. Catching up on damage. 446 on their left tower, but Jacob down to 936. And left side of your screen, Kittens has developed, as predicted, a rather large push with E-Barbs, E-Golem, Battle Healer. Electro Dragon to boot, Phoenix support as well. There's tower for Jacob, and 14's not going to be able to get anything out fast enough. Jacob takes game 2. Kittens takes game 1 on their side. And we will see how this game 3 develops. This is the third game 3 situation of this this round. A lot closer matchups in this round. Super exciting about that. Kittens with an early graveyard. Jacob plays Hog early. 14 with E-Barbs to defend. Places him just wrong. Not going to get it before the Hog gets a shot on the tower. Ice Golem will slow down the E-Barbs as Electro Wiz and Spear Goblins will finish it off. Left side of your screen, Rondo playing E-Giant very early into this match. Kittens. Mega Knight just behind it. All right, this will be an interesting push for Kittens. Will they be able to slow this down? E-Giant does get a zap onto the tower. Mega Knight is on that graveyard, or tombstone, sorry. Is going to get taken down by the double Mega Minion and Baby Dragon. That E-Wiz cleans up rather nicely. That Mega Knight is going, or Mega Minion is going to get a couple shots off. Jacob just misses the cannon placement for the Firecracker activation. 14 slams at E-Giant at the bridge. Tornadoes in. This is going to be a nice damage here. Only gets 1 shock off on that tower. Good defense there from Jacob. Left side of your screens. Kittens has gotten that tower down to 60 health. Real Giant got a lock. Haven't seen a spell yet from Kittens, but with Royal Giant and a minute 12 to work with. Rondo slapping pumps down in the back. Going to be developing that big elixir advantage. With a lot of big cards, would be nice. Oh, the lightning comes down. Kittens, that's the 2 for Tuesday. Now we know Kittens has lightning, which means that tower can go down at any minute. But they're facing split lane E-Giants. The mirror E-Giant coming down. Is going to connect the tower. Right side of your screen, we've got Hog Rider on the left. E-Giant pushing up with Phoenix. Both E-Giants connected for Rondo, but not enough damage. Kittens just gets to play defense for a little bit. Also has Giant Snowball. So can play pretty defensively here. Slows down the E-Giant. Clock ticking down. Just going to have to pick out that tower at the last second. Hog Rider gets a shot off on the left tower for Jacob. And Kitten slams the lightning. Takes out that tower. And that will do it for Kittens and Rondo. Kittens takes it in 2. So that is it for the Louisville Winnebago matchup. Finishing up in Game 3, last game of our Division 3 round-robin play here. Minute 30 into overtime. E-Giant approaching tower. Skarmy's going to pop it down a little bit. Not going to be enough, though. E-Giant's still on the tower. The Ice Spirit slows it down a lot. Down to 92. Schwartine only has Tornado here. Can Jacob pull this one out? E-Wizard stops the Spear Goblins from connecting. Really close there. That animation almost finished. Schwartine uses a Tornado to pull in, and the Elite Barb closes out on the left tower. Almost takes both towers if he could have, but Schwartine closes it out there. And Schwartine takes it in 3. Lots of really close matches here. So Schwartine closes it out for Stanton there. Last game here for Stanton, we've got Gatlin and Sponge. Both players slapping Royal Hogs down at the bridge. Fun little mirror moment there. Archer Queen should defend the Goblin Brute and last Barbarian nicely. Zappies for the Archer Queen. Archer Queen ability goes off. Last Zappy sticks around just long enough to close it out. No damage from the Archer Queen. Flying Machine picks off the Ice Spirit. No damage from that. Royal Hogs E-Wiz. Royal Delivery comes down. Looks like 1 or 2 shots there from the Hogs. Good defense there from Sponge. Archer Queen dumps down. Closes out on the Flying Machine. Still has the ability activation. The prediction log, not going to close it out, and the Barbarian Barrel placed very nicely to close out on the Archer Queen. Sappies come down, but don't stop the Ice Spirit chip damage. Place just 1 tile away. Skeletons will slow down the Zappies, and the split lane Royal Hogs come in. Earthquake to follow. Couple shots there from the Royal Hogs on both towers. Royal recruits with the Goblin Cage Brute. As we just hit double elixir, so Sponge going to have to muster up some defense here. Follow up with the Royal Hogs. Log will slow it down. Archer Queen goes down. Ice Spirit slows it down for just long enough. But that's 3 Hogs and a recruit on tower. Royal Delivery comes down to clean it up, but not before Gatlin takes the damage advantage back. Down to 1949 there on that left tower. Earthquake for the Zappies. Royal recruits taking the head. Flying Machine locks onto the Archer Queen. Forces out the ability usage. Big ability there from the Archer Queen. Cleans up very nicely. Royal Recruit is going to get a couple hits on that tower. Royal Hogs follows up with the E-Wiz, or E-Spirit, sorry. Earthquake doesn't kill it in time. Good defense there from Gatlin. Archer Queen gets the ability back. And Royal Recruits comes down just in time. Archer Queen does not get a shot off on tower. Damage is pretty much even right now. Defending the Royal Recruits nicely. Archer Queen is going to go down. Royal Hogs on the left tower. Ice Spirit does it a little bit, and Royal Delivery will follow up, but the Hogs do still get a couple more hits. Gatlin been getting just a little bit more value out of the Hogs than Sponge. Good fireball there from Gatlin. Cage comes down late. Stops the prediction Earthquake. Gatlin gets another push with Royal Recruits and Goblin Brute. Flying Machine right in the middle. Archer Queen ability goes off early. Stops the Flying Machine from locking. Flying Machine is 1 health. Archer Queen finally spots it, takes it down. Royal Hogs coming back down on the left lane. There's the Earthquake to follow, so Goblin Cage can't help. Down to 1196. Sponge takes the damage advantage as we hit triple elixir. Archer Queen shouldn't have an ability back yet. Cannon in the middle. Flying Machine picks it off. Archer Queen behind. Royal Hogs on the left lane. Log Skeletons will follow up on that. Fireball is going to take some damage, but Archer Queen goes down before the ability usage. Flying Machine locks on that right tower. Big push in the left lane there. Royal Hogs coming in. Earthquake comes down early. Goblin Cage goes down. Royal Hog's going to connect for a couple hits there. Down to 844. Gatlin going to need a big push here. 20 seconds left. Sponge with the damage advantage. Hogs go right lane. Royal Delivery comes down to close out. Hogs on the left lane. Earthquake comes down yet again. Hogs going to secure 1 or 2 hits. Earthquake gets another chunk of damage down. Down to 608. 300 damage lead. Fireball should not be able to close out that range, and that is going to do it. And Sponge takes game 1 by a very close damage margin on both towers for Gatlin. The split Hogs were getting a lot of damage, just couldn't get one tower far enough down to close out. So both players using their Royal Hogs decks. We'll see what they pull out in this game 2. As Sponge looking to close things out, and Gatlin playing from behind. I believe for the first time in this round-robin play. I believe this is the first game 1 that Gatlin has not won. Sponge with an early Musketeer. Gatlin with Ice Wiz Inferno Dragon. Here's the mini P.E.K.K.A from Sponge. And the Mega Minion. So Lumberjack from Gatlin. Some version of Lumber. Skarmy will clean up the Goblin Giant, mini P.E.K.K.A, and Musketeer pretty nicely. That was a really good skeleton army. Sponge slaps down the Dark Prince, but not before Skeletons and mini P.E.K.K.A connect a tower. And Gatlin takes a tower a minute into this game. That skeleton army got way more value than Sponge was probably ready for. Sponge with the Sparky in the back. Gatlin up a tower already. Gets to mostly just play defense here. But we'll see if that's enough for them if they want to try to take another tower. Skarmy chumps a shot from the Sparky. Sparky gets another shot on the Lumberjack before he goes down. Mega Minion gets raged and is going to get a shot on the tower. Mini P.E.K.K.A. down to the bridge. Will clean up the Musketeer. Dark Prince just a tile two-way yet again, and Mini P.E.K.K.A. gets 2 shots off on that tower. Second time that Mini P.E.K.K.A. has snuck its way through. Just unfortunate placement there from Sponge. Inferno Dragon cleans up. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is close to tower. Both players zap. Mini P.E.K.K.A. gets a shot off on that tower. Does not get the second shot off, though, for Sponge. Sponge developing a push on the right side. Goblin Giant and Musketeer. The freeze comes down early, and Mini P.E.K.K.A. closes down to the Goblin Giant. Takes out the Goblins as well. Buys Sponge a little bit of time to build up a little bit more of a push. But by then, Gatlin's gotten enough value out of that Mini P.E.K.K.A. and freeze. It sneaks through, and Sponge going to connect with his own Mini P.E.K.K.A. And Sponge sneaks through for a tower as well. And 2 more hits from the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the King Tower. And the freeze comes down late from Gatlin. Looking to close out on that tower, but the Mega Minion gets the shot off just before the freeze comes down. So Gatlin with a damage advantage here. But both players down a tower. There's the balloon from Gatlin. We've been waiting for it. Lumberloon comes down. There's the freeze as well. Second rage to try to stop it. The tower gets hit with 2 balloon shots and the death damage. Zap will clean it up, and Gatlin with the last second balloon, been holding it the whole game, didn't show it. Takes game 2, and we're in another game 3 situation here in this last round of round robin play. Gatlin looking to close out his 3-0. Sponge looking to make him work for it and stop the reverse sweep. Gatlin leads with a Royal Ghost. Sponge leads with Battle Ram. There's a Poison. Sponge showing all the cards for P.E.K.K.A. Bridge fam. Interesting back and forth interaction there from the Invisible Royal Ghost and Archer Queen. Fisherman will clean up the Royal Ghost before it connects the tower. Only a little bit of chip damage there from Sponge and Gatlin. There's the Bandit to finish up on the Fisherman. Royal Ghost shows itself just early enough to close on the Bandit. Defensive Battle Ram. Going to take 2 hits from that Royal Ghost. And the Hunter there to clean it up. So we've definitely seen this deck from Sponge. Definitely, it's the P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Fan deck. Don't remember all the cards that Gatlin has left. Fisherman doesn't draw aggro from the Royal Ghost. Royal Ghost going to get 2 shots off. There's the Royal Giant. Oh, and the Fisherman pulls away the P.E.K.K.A. That's huge. Forces out the Bandit. Royal Giant is still going to get a couple shots off. The Hunter Fisherman is such a deadly combo. Especially with the Royal Giant up at the front, pulling the P.E.K.K.A. away. Really good value there from Gatlin. Sponge just not ready for it. Big play there from Gatlin. Catches back up on the damage gain. A few shots from the Royal Giant. It's nice. Poison comes down, not ticking on the tower. So misses a little bit of damage there. Fisherman cleans up the E-Wiz and Battle Ram Barbarians nicely. There's the Royal Ghost from Sponge. Hunter takes a couple pot shots. Bandit is going to clean up that Hunter. Gets the dash. By then, Royal Ghost is close enough. Archer Queen to follow up for the Battle Ram. That Poison does connect on the tower. Oh, Fisherman just too far away. Gets shocked by the U-Wiz a couple times. Not able to connect. P.E.K.K.A. down to kite the Royal Ghost. Gatlin up on damage by about 200 still. Hunter down early. Fisherman's going to pull away from the Hunter. Archer Queen there to help follow up. So Hunter's going to go down. Bandit dashes the tower. Royal Ghost was still invisible. Sponge gets the tower down to 400. Big damage there from Sponge out of nowhere. Royal Giant counter pushing. Gatlin trying to make this end right here, right now. Electro Wizard slowing down the Royal Giant. Going to get one shot off. There's lightning from Gatlin. There's the last card. Gatlin gets it down to 552. Poison cycling down. Sponge looking to close this out. Poison won't be enough on its own. Royal Ghost goes down just before. Gatlin panic logs, making sure it doesn't connect. Oh, and the Magic Archer predicts the Royal Giant. Gets the angle, and Sponge closes it out. Takes it in game 3. What a prediction there with the Magic Archer. Gatlin places the Royal Giant right in that middle tile. Magic Archer's got the range. Oh, man. Sponge, I hope your geometry teacher's watching because you deserve an A for that one. What a play there. What a prediction. And that'll close it out. And Syracuse with a clutch play right at the end.